From the earliest days, we've been instilled with the belief that hard work and following the rules will pave the path to success. But what happens when the dedication falls short in the unpredictable landscape of the real world? Let's imagine pouring your heart and soul into every job only to face unexpected firings or layoffs, leaving you questioning your worth, or even worse, facing the harsh reality of homelessness as I did, forced to sleep in your car. If you've ever walked this difficult road, you know the relentless cycle of self-evaluation, striving to improve for the next opportunity. This brings me to a critical question. Did our parents lead us astray in their guidance? Today in the video, we unravel 3 key reasons why modern middle-class parenting might set us up for failure. Stick around and I'll share a practical solution that can help us all forge a better path forward.
On the block, disobeying the law.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of BMSL. I am your host, Ghost, and today we got to talk about middle-class parents setting their kids up for failure.
Damn!
Now, granted, I did struggle with this take a little bit because it's not really my style to, say slanderous things about everybody, but I and many other people feel the same way, that you guys have set us up for failure. So Gen X, you guys are in my crosshairs as well as baby boomers. But before we even get started, guys, do me a favor real quick. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Again, my goal is to get 100 subscribers before the end of the year, and I'm super excited to be back after surgery. It was terrible. I hate wisdom teeth removal, but I gotta go back next month as well. But I will be prepared. With that being said, housekeeping is taken care of. Let's get into the topic at hand. So I got 3 different ways that modern parents, middle-class parents, set us up for failure. And the first way they set us up for failure is by teaching us about hard work.
Get back to work! Did I say you could stop working? You monkey!
On the surface, it's not really a bad thing about teaching us hard work, but that encompasses going to college, military, and then getting a job and staying at that job all your life. That's exactly what they mean. But they also tell us to save money, and I get to that in just a second. But addressing the hard work part of it, right? Working hard for somebody else can only last for so long, okay? Because as we talked about just briefly, right, you could get laid off in the economy. If the economy is in a bad position as it is right now, getting another job is going to be extremely difficult. So even if you did go to school, your life still goes on, okay? And so you have student loans, you have health insurance, your retirement, or maybe you got married thinking that it was gonna last forever and that there's never going to be any bad times. But now look at where you are. Look at where you are, bro. You can't even provide for your family. So now what? The other part of it is saving money, okay? Now, I was a D student in school. I wasn't great at all, but even I can understand that a 0.2% return on your money is a bad deal. Now, we were never taught about high yield savings account. We were never taught about investing. We were never taught about Roth IRAs either. And some of us still don't know anything, but we're doing the best that we can with what little information that we have. And so just going in just a little bit more on that point, most of our parents don't even know about investing or saving. See, they say put away 20%, but in this economy with inflation at 7 to 9%, it just doesn't make any sense. So why not tell us to put our money in a high yield savings account? Oh, matter of fact, that's not how they were taught, okay? Because they are just a cog in the wheel. But moving on, the second way they set us up for failure is they tell us to buy a house instead of renting or getting a roommate. Now, the expectation is for you to graduate college, get married, buy a house, and live happily ever after. But in this critical point in life, we can hardly afford rent straight out of college. Now, comment down below if you're with me here, because I'm interested how many people experience this. Because we're here making these life-changing decisions on our own because we got kicked to the curb at 18. And we're going to get to that part in just a second because that is egregious, right? And we're told to figure all this stuff out on our own. And I can't even count how many people that I know that are young, that are in credit card debt, that are house poor. I mean, simply because the expectation is they have to buy a house. And so they live up to the expectation that their parents said. And now they're in a shitty position, all because they wanted to impress their parents. They wanted to be the good son, the good daughter, and go about life how they see fit, right? And now they're worse off because they have broken toilets, they have garages that are broken, heating and AC is broken, and now it's starting to get cold outside. I'm here in Arkansas. We literally just had a cold front. I think it got down to about 39 degrees or something like that. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, but still, if the heat and AC is broken, their toilet is not working, the garage won't close. I mean, that literally is just problems on top of problems piling up, right? And then worse yet, people are getting foreclosed on. Oh, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about that. You know, the last way they set us up for failure is by kicking us out at 18 and fully expecting us to know what we're doing. Now, I don't have a PhD or anything like that, but what I can say is at 18, I knew nothing. And I'm 29, just turned 29, just had a birthday not too long ago. I still know nothing. Because the more I learn, the more I start to realize there's nothing that I know. Moving on. I know we touched on this briefly just a second ago, but I want to make it clear for whoever is listening and watching that this is a losing strategy. Not only is life more expensive than it was before, there are a plethora of other issues like financial stability, emotional stability, homelessness, and a family strain, right? Let me just go into that in just a little bit more detail, right? I'll take me, for instance. Me and my brothers and sisters never really had a close relationship, but the relationship that we did have was almost severed simply because, you know, I moved out. I didn't want to follow the program that my parents set forth, and I just wanted to do my own thing. In hindsight, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but to them, I was betraying them. You know, I was leaving them out on their own, and they felt some type of way, okay? But, you know, I didn't want to reach out to a parent. I didn't want to reach out to my dad or mom or anything like that because I knew I was going to put more stress and strain on them, right? Because they always made it seem like I can't afford this. I can't do that for you because I got all these other kids to look after and I got stuff to do, a life to. So I said, okay, whatever. You're right. You're right. And I'm one of the oldest ones. I'm number 6 out of 10. You know, so I definitely understand. That's why I didn't want to reach out with my problems or anything like that. So instead, I suffered in silence. But as a man, that's literally what I was taught to do, right? I am fully expecting never to be anything or to make a full impact in life until age, 40 to 45, going into my 50s. Right now, I'm building a foundation, and that's just how it's going to have to be, right? But the issues that we discussed aren't abnormal. In fact, more people than you know are in this position. They're struggling to find a way out. And so because they have no way out, they are turning to things that they probably shouldn't have. And so this is you. The solution is very difficult, but you have to do this in order to change your life. So you need a mentor, number 1, okay? Number 2, you need a business plan. YouTube, Twitch, anything like that, something that's going to be separate away from your job, something that you can do on your own time. It's going to be important because if you get another job, what's going to happen is you're going to be so tired and bogged down, it's really just not going to work out. Your mindset and frame is going to be, okay, I got to go to work. I got to go to my second job instead of, okay, let me go ahead and build a business. Let me go ahead and find a way forward out of this mess. Okay, I've done both. I've had a business and I've had a job. Let me just say right now, running this business, talking to you guys is a lot more efficient for me long term than just getting another job just to have money in the short term. Now, I don't make bad money right now, but I always could use another source of income, which is why I ended up starting the business, and which is why I wanted to be as professional as possible, because I understand that social media is a $1 trillion industry. I'll say it again. Social media is a $1 trillion industry, right? And so I have a lot of people that I talk to that are, from overseas, that, are from South America, Central America, Asia, Vietnam specifically. And, one of the things that they said that they had to go through to overcoming that family pressure or financial pressure is self-isolation. Let me explain what I mean by that. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, you or I cannot do this alone, but we need that self-isolation in order to really realize our full potential. Okay, and so sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you're going to need to put yourself in a situation where you have to start over, or you can't win, or nothing seems to go right in order for your brain to start moving forward. Okay, and this is gonna go over a lot of people's heads, so I apologize about that. But peep this, understand this. Okay, if you do it alone and you're the lone wolf, the lone wolf is always killed in the end, and relatively quickly too. He has no food, he has no protection. Animals that are out there that are hungry in the wintertime are going to be gunning for that lone wolf because they understand he's an easy prey right now. A wolf is a dog, he is savage, but a wolf can only move well in a pack. Okay, now real quick guys, if you got value from the video, if you understand what I'm talking about, leave a comment down below, like the video, and please subscribe to the channel. Again, my goal is to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and let me know what you guys think. I want to know you guys' unique situations, so that way we can further the conversation. Okay, I love you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me through my wisdom teeth surgery, and I will see you guys next week. Peace. Oh, and by the way, I gotta figure out what's gonna be best for me going forward. I might move, I might not move. I'm trying to figure out if I want to stay in Arkansas. Okay, that's all. Bye. I gotta go watch some anime now. Peace.